Do you know why people study English for months and years and can't even solve a problem when they go to other country? Because they always treat English as a school subject, like history or geography or math or science. The strange secret that made me fluent was stopping studying and develop a functional dependency on English. I made the language my only way out of everyday problems. Want to know how this works? Stay with me in this video. Hello friends, welcome to Christian Productivity channel. I am Luciana Sampaio. The secret is this. I decided that Portuguese was no longer useful for my curiosity. I created a barrier, and to learn anything, I had to go through English. If I wanted to know the end of a news story, the solution to a computer error, or to pass a level in a game, I forbade myself from searching in Portuguese. But I didn't do this on purpose. I did it just because I loved English. So it was something that I made when I was a teenager. It was something basically unconscious. When I fell in love with the language when I was a teenager, I used to search everything in English. I've said in several videos that all the music I listened to was in English. All the series I watched had English as the original language. But not only that, if I was going to exercise, I looked for a tutorial in English. If I was going to learn anything related to a hobby of mine, I did it in English. For example, I think canvas painting is something amazing, and when I did it as a hobby, I followed a teacher called Bob Ross. In 2021, I loved painting and posting in my art TikTok, so anyone who thinks that I started my channel or my work here on the internet when I started my channel in 2023, it's wrong because I started working in the internet before. But anyways, I watched Bob Ross's tutorial and I tried to imitate it as best as I could. And the coolest thing is that I couldn't understand everything, of course, because in 2021 I wasn't fluent in English yet. Especially in the beginning of the videos was very hard because he used to mention the names of the colors and I struggled a lot to understand. Bob Ross passed away in 1995, so his painting videos are extremely old and have very poor quality. Identifying the color by the image was hard, and when he spoke, it was even harder because I didn't know the color names in English. So I watched the video and kept using translator to understand at least a little bit of the color that he was using. And I like to share those things with you guys because I need you to understand that it wasn't easy for me. It was very hard for me in 2021 when I wasn't fluent and I was trying to follow a Bob Ross tutorial in English. It was pretty hard. Of course, searching everything in English won't be comfortable for you. You will struggle a lot. And of course, that's something that you could spend 10 minutes to solve. You probably have to dedicate more time, like 30 minutes. And that's completely normal. So the first thing that I need you to implement is to search things in English and to dig deeper when you don't understand something, to watch content in English and then research what it means. I believe that after we gain access to artificial intelligence, we don't want to do anything anymore because we have everything in our hands. We don't want to spend time reading or understanding something. We just want everything to be very simple, but that's not how it works. Instead of researching deeply, we usually use ChatGPT. However, this is a mistake. Research strengthens your brain, especially when you don't have a ready-made answer. E para você que chegou até essa parte do vídeo, tem uma boa notícia. Ao acessar o primeiro link da descrição e aplicar o cupom GO20, você terá 20% de desconto no meu mini curso com aulas para desenvolver a sua fala no inglês. E assim você vai conseguir ter a fluidez que eu tenho hoje. O acesso é vitalício, então conforme eu for adicionando novas aulas, você continua tendo acesso. Aproveite! The first thing that you need to do, and I know that it will make you a little bit nervous, is to search everything in English. So go to your browser and Google settings and change your search preference to English. From now on, Portuguese no longer exists to solve your doubts. But the secret here is not trying to read scientific posts or the New York Times. You don't need to do this because, of course, this will be very hard. But you can do something different. The strange secret here is reading forums and comment sections. Go to Reddit or niche forums about topics you like. Do you know why? Because that's where real English happens. In textbooks, you always learn how to say, I'm very angry. But when you are in these forums, you understand how someone who are a native speaker complains about something. You see how they use sarcasm, how they abbreviate words, and how they connect sentences in ways that no grammar book written 20 years ago would dare to teach. That's how you can stop being a student, an English student, and start being a real user of the language. The second tip is the reverse subtitle method. I never gave this tip in here in the channel because usually I focus on improving your listening, and this is not a tip to improve your listening. Please understand this. To improve your listening, you need to listen English, of course. But you can use this strategy to understand how things that we usually say in Portuguese, how we can transform this in English, you know? Let me explain how it works. Instead of watching foreign content with Portuguese subtitles, take a video from a Brazilian creator that you already follow and really like. It can be about technology, cooking, and then you will turn on the automatic generated English subtitles. When you do this, you will understand 100% because you are listening in your native language. But when you see the subtitles in English, you will understand how someone says the sentence in English. For example, if you heard the Brazilian saying, "Caraca, que maneiro," and you read something like, "Holy cow, that's awesome," you will understand how few expressions that we use in our native language are transformed into the second language that you are trying to learn. I basically gave this tip in this entire video, that is searching everything in English, and anything that you need to solve a problem, whatever, you need to search in English. And you're probably thinking, Luciana, I won't understand anything. Why should I do this? But that's where you are wrong, because your brain will understand at least a little bit. Your brain, when facing a problem you need to solve, goes into alert mode. Since the tutorial is visual, you will focus on what the person is doing with their hands. While you're watching the action, the English audio comes in as an explanatory sound track. This is what we call contextual learning. And that's exactly how a children learns how to speak, because usually the parent pick up an object like the mirror and show to the kid and say, okay, this is a mirror, and that's how the kid learns it. And not only parents do that, but also teachers. So they use their hands to show things to kids, and that's how they learn. Before you realizing it, you will know the name of tools, processes, and complex actions because you learned them in practice, solving something real, not filling blanks in a notebook. If your brain understands that you can find the answer in Portuguese, of course that you won't make any effort to learn English. But when you cut off the emergency exit, English becomes the only way to solve the problem, and your brain finally starts learning it. And it starts learning as a necessity, not as a hobby. I hope that this video helped you. I see you in the next one, and remember, you are loved. Bye.